Okay, so today I am at my workshop. This is my classroom, my teacher's school. It's a bit bare at the moment on the walls because we're taking everything down to start again for September. But today I'm going to be making, and I'll hold this up, is a little bird feeder. So you put a whole piece of fruit in it, hang it up, it's got a little roof, it's like a house. There's a couple another example here. These ones I bought at the shop, and there's a few examples I can grab now. Or ones that have been sort of part made by kids so far in lessons. So that's year 8 pupils, so they are, for people in America, they're about 12, 13 years old. So I'm going to go ahead and start with mine. Right, so what you would need for this, I have one main piece of wood, which is actually from a scrap box, got a hole drilled in it already, for the main sort of backboard piece. I've got a piece of wood that I'm going to sort of sand up a bit, make it a little bit nicer, because it's literally horrible and dirty and draw one on. So I want to sand that down and make it into a nice base for the bottom for the bird feeder to sit on. And then I've got plywood, which I'm going to cut into 2 strips to have as the roof, and I'll show you that and all the tools I'm going to use now. So check those out. Right, so to sand that wood down and make it look a lot neater, I'll be using this machine in the corner of the classroom, which is called a disc sander. So it's literally a disc here, it spins anti-clockwise, and it will sand down the wood. There's also an extractor fan, which is basically like a big vacuum at the bottom, which will take away all the dust to stop me choking, especially in sort of these times of hay fever. On-off switch there, red is off, green is to turn it on, and I always have to wear goggles and an apron when I'm using these machines. Same thing that all the kids have to do. The other machine I have to use is here. It's a pillar drill. So it's a drill bit inside here. There's not actually a drill bit in there at the moment, but the drill bit goes in here, and then you'll to drill the hole, use a saw to open that up and make the shape where the fruit will sit inside. So you'll see me using that as well in a second. Over here is my cupboard of tools. So up here you've got the rulers hanging on the side, which you can hear jingling around now because I've just opened the cupboard. The saws I will use are here, which is a coping saw. I'll show you one of those in a second. And way down here, these saws here, they're called tenon saws, a bit of a bigger saw that I use at some point. And I'll also use another saw called a mitre saw, which I need to go get in a second, which will help me cut the angle for the roof. So just to show you, this is a coping saw. Use it to cut curves, so it's not really for straight lines because the blade is so thin. It only cuts backwards, so I could put this on my arm, slide it forwards. I do that in front of the kids, especially the first years in year 7, and they looked at me really worried that I'm cutting my arm, but I'm not. So that one only cuts backwards, and the other saw down here is a tenon saw, which, as you can see, is a much bigger saw. It's a lot chunkier. This will only cut straight lines. Obviously it can't curve because the blade is so big. But yeah, I'll use that to cut the base, and the coping saw to cut the hole out in the middle for the fruit. To save me time cutting the roof parts into strips by hand, I can use this machine here, which is called a scroll saw. So I can use that just to cut the 2 strips and then cut the angles on each end. Also in this picture you can see my little Disney display with Disney characters. I've got Mickey, Owl, let's move down with the next one, little Toy Story picture. Way up here you got Mickey, Oswald, old Donald, Handy Manny, and Roz. I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching. Always. And if you want to date this video, the Simpsons for Monsters Inc. Monsters University just came out today, so I literally ordered those this morning on my way into school. Right, so anytime you'll see me use any of the tools, I'll be wearing an apron to keep my clothes sort of clean, away from the dust, which is what we do with any kids anyway. And any machine, I have to wear goggles. Anyone has to wear goggles, but me particularly as well, if I've got glasses. If anything does pick up, not only will it hit my eye, it will hit glass into my eye as well from my glasses. So I have to wear goggles to use any machine. Right, now this tool here is a miter saw. So this saw, if I pull this everything back, or push it in, sorry, you can see it moves on the angle. So you can cut wood at different angles. You lift the saw up, put the wood underneath, and cut through it. The angle I need to work out. So if you look at the brown roof here, you can see it's kind of, the roof's got a 45-degree angle because that's at a 90-degree top angle. This one is a slightly smaller angle for the roof, so I think I prefer that one over the 45-degree, and I think the pink one looks nicer, so I'm probably going to go with that, but you'll see me cut that now. Right. So now I have two pieces. The angle for my roof is something like this here, which I think is a nice angle compared to the pink one, so I'm against it. It's roughly similar. Very similar, maybe it's even less than this one, so that'll be the shape of my roof. So I need to glue these together, so I'll put some glue on each side. I will probably use a hot glue gun rather than PVA glue, just because of time, because I need to leave within the next sort of half an hour, so I'll glue gun those together and then get to work on the background. Right, before I glue that roof together, because I've got to wait for the glue gun to heat up, I am going to work on the base. So now this is my backboard here. I want the base to be slightly bigger, as you can see, slightly wider on these two. And I want to curve the corners on my base. I'm going to leave a little bit extra as well. So I'm going to probably give that much space on each end. So I'm probably going to cut it about here and then do some work on it. So I'm going to draw that line up and you'll see me cut it in a second with that tenon saw, the bigger one over there on the table. And there you have my base ready. I need to go sand this up, make it look clean, so you'll watch me do a bit of that now. Just quickly before I go sand it, I thought I'd show you the easy way of getting curved corners. Now one, you can use a compass and try and curve each corner. That can be quite difficult, or you can either use a coin, or what I use in school, because I know we have a lot of them in the classroom, is a glue stick. Now what I'll do is hold it up against the corner like this, draw around it with a pencil on the corner, on each corner, and then sand that on the machine, because then I know I get all four exactly the same and they're all accurate. So I'll do that and then sand those. Right, and that is my finished piece. So I curved the corners, I got rid of all of the muck on the top, and I've even sort of curved the edges down on the sides, on all four sides. And that'll be my base ready to stick the background on, and I need to now sort out the roof. Hopefully that glue gun is warmed up. Right, so apparently I picked the one glue gun that wasn't working, so I've got to wait for another one to heat up. Whilst I'm waiting for that, I'm going to start drawing out my design on the backboard. So I have that ready to cut, and then I'll be ready to cut the sort of slots for the roof once the roof is glued and I can mark it out. And then I have this hole cut out ready for the fruit, and I'll just stick it all together, drill a little hole through to put the wire through, and I'll be done. So maybe watch me do that. Right, and there is my design ready to go. So you can see it's going to be kind of Mickey Mouse head shape. I'll neaten that up a bit before when I'm cutting it out, but that's what I'm going for. Right, the glue gun is now ready to go, so I'm going to stick these two pieces together. Always be careful with hot glue gun, obviously it's really hot, so don't get it on your hand, it will burn and take skin off. One little strip across the top. Not too much, just enough that when I put it together it won't all squeeze out the top or the bottom. I'm going to hold it there. I'm going to hold it there like that for about 30 seconds, just so I know it's dry before I let go. Right, that should be about enough. As you can see, that it's not falling off, and that is my roof shape. So now I can get on with the backboard. Right, so now moving back here at the backboard, I will use the roof to mark out the lines I need to cut here and down here to stick it on, and then I'll be ready to cut out the Mickey Mouse shape and stick it all together, and then I have my finished product. Okay, right, we're getting there. Now I just need to file around the inside of the circles and then drill the hole through and glue it all together. Right, and there is my finished file design, so I just need to drill about here, just through each side, just so the wires go through to hold the fruit, and then I'll be ready to glue it all together. So you'll see me at the point where I glue it all together. I'll skip showing you the drilling part because it's going to be quite fiddly and I don't want to have a camera around. And there is the backdrop drill with the stick through it. Now this stick's actually from an old bicycle wheel, it's a spoke from an old bicycle wheel. So I need to sort of curve off the end and make it look a bit fancier. So I'll do that quickly with some pliers and I'll show you the results. Right, now in that time I've cut my bike poke down to the right size and you saw me curve the end. So if I put that through now, it should just not go all the way through, so it goes about there, just so there isn't anything poking up the end, just for safety issues, then like a bird gets caught on it or even a child grabs it. So that's ready to go, and now you just need to glue everything together. Now, looking across the map, there is first freshly made and purchased number 1, number 2, and then there is my Mickey Mouse design one on the end. I'll move it over so you can see on the nice background. So the roof got stuck on, the base stuck on nicely. All that's left to do now is add a lick of paint, a little hook to the top with some string, but I'll probably do that at home and I'll show you the finished results when I've done that. And here is my finished, now painted bird feeder. I'm going to add a little hook up here on the top, and I might do some decorations on the roof, so you may see a quick clip of me just decorating with maybe some Sharpies or something, little tiles, maybe some Disney decorations, see what I feel in the mood for, so you'll see a clip of that now. Right, now here is my finished bird feeder. So you saw the drawings I was doing earlier. You got a little bird there. Hopefully you'll see the theme coming along in a second. You've got a little jewel over here in the bottom corner, and a little minecart. I'm guessing people are getting the references here. It's from Snow White, so I thought if I have an apple in the middle, that'll work really well for a Snow White theme for this piece. So I thought that would work really well. And on the back, which you didn't see me dry, I took some time afterwards, was this side. So it says Poison Apple, and it's got witch's hand with the long yellow nails holding on to the apple. So when there's an apple in there, it'll look really good. So I'll add a clip of that outside in my garden, hang up with a little hook with an apple in there to show you what it looks like at the end of this video, which will just be coming up shortly. And I will see you guys next week for Kind of Fit for Florida 4. I think I've got 2 now. That's exciting. So you'll see my 3 most recent basketball games, and also a jog for a Minion medal. So you'll see that coming, and you'll see my medal that recently came, my PAL medal. I got one that came in the post a few days ago, so I'll show you that. It's really cool. And until next time, have an awfully big adventure. Bye guys.